Hey everyone, welcome to the Breaking Point YouTube channel. If you're liking the videos, hit that subscribe button. Now let's get to the hunting action.
Well, it is August 4th and Dylan and I are out at a new piece of property that I acquired this year. Acquired it a few months ago, and between closing and everything is right around planting season, so there's quite a bit of actually tillable land on it. So just let the farmer plant what he normally does this year, just with, like I said, with the timing of things. But luck will have it that it's kind of wet this spring, and when he got everything planted, there's a spot that was a little too wet for him to get his tractor down in there. But last few weeks it's been pretty dry, so we're going to convert that spot into a food plot. It's going to set up pretty nice. It's maybe 100 yards off the road. Got a fence line. There's kind of a thick, swampier area that the deer are probably bedding in, and then there's standing corn basically all around that. So I think it's going to set up nice. It's going to be secluded. We're going to plant some, I think it's the Big Sexy in there. Just give them something. Hopefully they come out of the corn, out of that swamp, and like I said, it should be a low pressure hunt. We can probably sneak out here some nights or even after work early season and make something happen. I'm kind of excited for it, but we're going to try to get that in here tonight and pray for some rain. Well, we got that worked up. The spray, and when I mowed it 2 weeks ago, I guess didn't do a whole lot. Some of the weeds actually grew right back up and are pretty tall, but the tiller did pretty good. It looks really nice. Nice little thatch on top actually, so I think we'll be all right. It's actually pretty nice. It's kind of a sandy country out in central Wisconsin here, but down here it's more of a darker soil, so I think it's going to work nice. Dylan and I were saying the soil actually carries quite a bit of moisture, and then with the dew and stuff in the morning, that even with the lack of rain that's showing in the next 10 days, that I think we'll be all right down here. So we're gonna get some Big Sexy in here. I think the plot's about 0.45 acres. I just mapped it out as, so we're just gonna use the full thing. It's for a half acre, so just a slightly over, but I think it'll work good. We're gonna get this in, drag it quick, and then maybe go hang a couple vines and get out of here. Well, it's about 7 now. We got that plot all done. I think it's going to turn out nice. Got a few Tactacams that we're just going to kind of adjust, get active, and hopefully then we can kind of just let the property sit after this. But we're going to run him back, jump in side by side, and do that. Maybe set up a vine if we can find one. And like I said, I think I got another Tactacam or two to activate. So get those firing and see what's running around.
At HHA, bow hunting is in our blood. At the moment of truth, there are no shortcuts, no excuses. It's just you and your bow. So when we build a site for these moments that take your breath away. For the past 40 years, we've been setting the tempo for bow sites in the hunting industry, and this year we did it yet again. New for 2025, the Nitrix from HHA.
It is August 6th, just made the trek across to Iowa, scooped up Ross on the way, and we are down south on the permission farm. First year putting in a plot on this farm. We came in here in July and kind of carved it out, mowed it short, and Ross was kind enough to come and spray it for me. I think it was probably 10 days after that, or a week after that or something. But looks like we got a great kill. We are gonna get it all worked up here today. We're gonna lime, fertilizer, disc it up, plant it, hit it with all the liquid, and hope for the best. There's been kind of some pop-up rain in the forecast. It looks like we got a decent chance at rain this weekend, so we're really banking on it. We got a 1/2 inch last night down here. I talked to the landowner. We're hoping it isn't too wet. It looks like it should be pretty good. So we're gonna take the 4-wheeler off the trailer, and we got about 3 hours till dark, and we're gonna use all 3 hours of it. So let's get going.
What's going on, everybody? Hope you're enjoying this week's content on the show. If you haven't already, check out our YouTube membership called the TBP Club. It allows you early access to all of our YouTube videos. It allows you access to our members only live Q&As, which is once a quarter. And it allows full access to our Rut Live grand prize giveaway. If you haven't already, check out the TBP Club.
It's August 8th. Ross and I were in southern Iowa 2 days ago and all day yesterday, getting a bunch of cameras out, got our food plot planted down there, and now we're back on the east side of the state in the urban unit that I'm going to be hunting this year. I'm really excited. I got a buck tag, got a really good permission piece, and got permission from the landowner to plant in here. And I've been prepping this plot pretty much since May. I think I've sprayed it probably 4 times, and we got a really good kill in here. So hopefully it works up good. The one end of the plot's a little wet. I think it's because a lot of the water runs down off the hill kind of right through that area. But the rest of it should work up pretty good. I'm going to spread lime, spread fertilizer, work it up, throw some seed, run it down with the 4-wheeler, and got a couple more cameras to hang out here, and that should be a wrap. We're covered in poison ivy from yesterday, so we're going to probably hang out in the shade as long as we can, stay away from the sun.
W's only, may you know me, that's victory. Can't control me, you should know me, I want victory. W's only, may you know me, that's victory. You can't control me, cause I came for the...
just wrapping it up here on the urban piece. It's about 2 o'clock. Everything went smoothly for the most part. Got that first plot in. That went great. Got a few more cameras out. We ended up, this plot that we put in the woods here back this spring, just the broadleaf weeds are just insane just because of the lack of sunlight in here. Been battling them. We came through here and mowed it down real short today. Threw down oats, hot chick, and clutch clover, hoping something takes. And we'll just pray for some rain. Should have some here shortly. But that's gonna be a wrap. Got a huge shout out to Ross for helping me the last few days, running all over the state with me, getting this stuff done. But now we're getting close. We're a few weeks out from heading to North Dakota, and season's coming fast. So that's it for today. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
Well, it is August 9th today, and we just got out to the property. The sun's just coming up. It's pretty early in the morning, and today is the day we will be planting our food plots here. We have roughly 5.5 plots that we need to plant today. We gotta do some working up, tilling first, and then we'll get to planting. So we've got a pretty long day ahead of us here. We're gonna plant a mixture of things today, mainly winter rye, but we'll also be doing a bunch of brassicas, turnips, and stuff like that. So we're gonna get to it, and hopefully try to stay cool during the heat today, but should be a good day. Well, I just got done tilling up our first plot here. We planted soybeans earlier in the year, and actually this is one of our best soybean crops that we've actually ever had. We've kept the weeds down as best as we could, but there was a ton of good rain earlier on in the year that allowed the beans to really flourish early and set up for a pretty good plot for this fall. So we went through, we tilled up areas where either the beans didn't maybe come up the best, or there was a lot of heavy browse on the beans already that there probably won't be a ton of beans coming from those plants. So we tilled those under, and now we are going to plant winter rye in the rest of the areas, and we might even like kind of, not really frost seed, but just seed throughout the beans, and if it rains, hopefully that would push the seed into the ground. And once those beans are dead and, you know, the deer eat all the beans, there'll be some winter rye underneath. But that's the start of our 5 food plots today. This is number 1. I'm going to continue to work everything up, and then we'll come back through and plant everything. So, but just wanted to give you kind of an idea of what we're doing with this plot. It'll be pretty much rye and beans and should set up pretty good for late season. Just got back to our second plot that I'll be tilling up today. This is a plot that we call the Oak Ridge food plot. We sprayed it, tilled it up earlier this year, and should be pretty quick and easy to till this up. This is going to be, I think, kind of some rye, but then we're going to throw in a bunch of domain seed, like radishes, turnip, rape, all those different kind of brassicas and stuff like that. So we'll get this tilled up, and then we'll be on to the next. This is plot number 3. We are back by the oak woods. The last couple of years this has been clover, so we really haven't switched it up probably for 3-4 years. This year we're going to do mostly winter rye, probably 2/3 of it, and then 1/3 of sugar beets and a mix of soybeans. So we're gonna till in, my dad's gonna fertilize, and then we'll get planting. Back at the Oak Ridge plot now. I'm gonna throw some fertilizer on this plot, and then it's gonna be again a mixture of rye and some breast, because I'm not sure exactly what we're planting from Domain here, but we're gonna get the fertilizer in here quick, and then we'll be to planting. Well, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for everything we need to do for food plots today. My dad's planting some Big Sexy and some clover from Domain in this plot, and he's got to finish up one more plot, and that'll be it. So all the seeds in the ground, now we just got to pray for rain, and hopefully everything starts popping up in the next week or two.